Yo, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Yo, what's up, Peyton? I mean, I was a while ago, bro, and I stalled on it and had a break. I'm trying to get the motivation to continue doing it again. Would you like me to show you how far I've gotten through this game, Peyton? I can show you if you'd like. Everyone can hear me loud and clear, hopefully. Yo, what's up, Barack, my dude? How you doing, man? I'm doing alright, man. Just wish I had more time than that, bro. I would 100% be doing Drake stuff right now if it wasn't. Yeah, this is. I'll show you. This is my game. I'm pretty sure this is the one. I don't care. We'll just call it A. I'm doing good though, Barack. What are you up to today, bud? So the first thing about ROMhack, for anyone that doesn't know, is I instilled a message and a hard level cap pretty early in the game. So you basically talk to your mum like so, and it'll come up saying the level cap has now been set to 13. So the first level cap means you can't over level to level 13. Obviously, you get access to red candies pretty soon, which you'll see in a second. Also, you cannot enter this grass over here because this guy will stop you from entering it when you don't have a starter Pokemon. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, you can't just enter long grass like that without a starter. Please go and see Professor Elm, and then it forces you away. So every time you step into it, he talks to you, and then it kicks you away. So you have to go get your starter from Professor Elm first. So we got hard level caps. I got a new set of grass here. I was just gonna show you like a documentation, and then you guys can like. Maybe do some balancing with Pokemon, what we want to have on each route and stuff. So we talk to this dude, Professor Elm. We see what our starters we go over here. And the starters of this game are going to be Trico. Well, look, I'll be honest with you. The starters aren't set in stone just yet. I'm going to say Trico, Piplup, and just Cyndaquil. I probably will say Cyndaquil's maybe locked in. I'm unsure on the other two, but they're just two personal favorites of mine, which is why I picked those two. So I didn't just have your normal Gen 2 starters. It was going to be like one from Gen 1, one from Gen... one from Gen 2, 3, and 4, basically. Because I do like Piplup. So it says you get Cyndaquil. All the writing is working. We're not doing a nuzlocke, so we're not going to nickname it right now. And the good thing about this next step is that now... when I walk out to this scientist on the right over here, he will also prompt you, hey, I want you to have these to help you with your task. Obtain the Pokeballs, so you get Pokeballs at the start of the game, rare candies, and super potions. Old Rod as well. So, obviously I put that custom text in to, yo, what's up, Massey? How are you doing, man? What am I working on today? I'll show you some of my documentation and we can update encounters and stuff. You reset your run and run 7S past Watson seems whack. Wait, how many Pokemon did you have last time, Birac? Alright, so you get rare candies, which you are allowed to use now. And to ensure that we don't level past the cap by accident, the hard level caps in this game allow you to get rare candy. I think the CDS spamming A, because obviously, unfortunately, I haven't worked out how to just ignore the screen when you go in and out of like it is now. I think it might be just a DS thing, I'm not sure, because I know like in old Emerald games, you can just sit there spamming A on a Pokemon and it doesn't actually go back to your bag like it is at the moment. But we hit level 13. Let's quick attack, so we'll do that too. Give it a layer. How you doing today, Masahiro? Now, if I hit A on Cyndaquil, it says it won't have any effect. So I can't over-level it. And the other thing too, I gotta go see Mum, whatever. Go see Mum for all this other crap. Yep, that's nice. The Poké Gear, whatever else. Same as a normal story. Whoop. Oh my god, I cannot walk out the door. Professor Elm wants to have a chat to you. Nice, usual storyline. But we come into grass. Now, I can't overlevel, so just to show you, I can Embalm, I can kill. My XP is still saying 351, so it will never let me overlevel, regardless of red candies or normal XP. And we've pretty much just done the encounters for each route. But yeah, that's pretty much the early game. It's just like, yeah, you get red candies, you get super potions. I don't know if there's anything else I should add in the early game. If you guys think I should add something, keep in mind, this is not even a guaranteed project that I will ever finish because I'm pretty unreliable. But if I was to finish this game ever in my entire life, I guess you've got the old rod. You've got the red candies and the super potions. I'd have to work out something in regards to red candies. Maybe someone that can replenish your red candies, I suppose. Because like I've set it to 500. I think I can change that in the scripting to maybe like 999. So you get like a lot of red candies. Doing good. No work today. Starts to pass. Oh, you've been busy the last few days, have you? I was wondering where you've been. Like, I must be either sleeping or working. My day's going pretty good, man. Last night shift for the week, so that's good. Happy days. 500 Pokeballs. We're laughing. Alright, so that's pretty much the game in a nutshell. So I can show you what do we want to go into here? I didn't really prep this stream that well, but at the same time, I just wasn't sure if I could be like sitting here prepping for Drake, you know what I mean? I could have prepped for Drake, but like tomorrow, we've already started the prep for Drake anyway. Just finish the prep off tomorrow, do the Drake fight, prep for Gym 8, I'm guessing is the next fight after that, and we'll do Gym 8 and go from there basically. Actually no, I'm gonna have to run WSL. Alright, so we're in here. I don't think that has to be up in the screen. Going to HeartGold engine, I guess in a way, in case people actually want to learn. Was it in here? I think it's just easier that's happening because I can never find the stupid thing. G-Man should be easier than Drake, to be honest. It is an easier fight, is it? Maybe OSM buff nerfs Pokemons. I can change typings of Pokemon and everything, bro. So what we'll do is we'll get up the HeartGold engine. Now I don't actually need to export it into the game as such right now, but we can just like look at different things, right? So this thing here is I can have two things up at a time, but this is basically just like, what the hell's OSM? Because if you do that without me in game, it will be unbalanced. Yeah, do you want us to joke, to be honest? Drake is the hardest fight to leave form. Yeah, so I don't really want to rush Drake. Which one? So like, so this is another thing you guys were talking about, was this route here. So we're looking at, say, morning encounters, day and nighttime encounters. So I think they're balanced in a way because like I've got things like, you know, Rowlet, I would have thought is more of a nighttime encounter just because of its final evolution. But they got similarities. I think I just swap them around. So like nighttime, there's more chance of getting like Popplio, Litten, and Rowlet. Whereas in the morning, Popplio, Rowlet, and Litten are at the bottom. And I don't even think they exist on here. Oh yeah, they're in the middle now. So that they actually change in depending on what time of the day is. So I don't know if that's a feature that people will sit in or whatever, but default encounters I have learned as well, because this game, I don't know how to do it. I'd have to change coding or scripting or something. But the default game is 20% for the first two Pokemon in the encounter list. It is then 10, 10, 10% for the next 4. So these 4 are 10% chance of encountering them on your first encounter in a nuzlocke format. The next 2 are 5% chance. And then it does this weird thing where it goes 4% chance, 1% chance, 4% chance, and then 1% chance. So that's the reason why I've written these like 20, 10, 5, 4, and 1. Was just to remind myself that whatever Pokemon that I put into, say, this slot will be a 4% chance of encountering it. Yo, what's up, Murray? How you doing, man? So when we're talking before about Wimpod being a little bit OP in the early game, I think Brock was saying, Wimpod is only a 1% encounter, right? He's only 1%. And then Carter is a 1% just for the simple fact that it can get Ninjask and Shedinja, right? So that's why they're 1% encounters. Obviously, your more common encounters like Pidgeys, Blipbug, you know, Caterpie, Wurmple. Going for something like nighttime encounters. I was in morning. Where is it? Where's Weedle? Right, so 10% chance for Weedle is pretty cracked here. I keep it in mind, this game, obviously, the first team is Faulkner, so it's flying. Just ban Ninja or make it not able to evolve for that. And it's just basically cheating. True. So, yeah, I don't know why there's shed hate. I personally don't have any hate with him. But I haven't really gone into too much depth into, like, balancing at the moment because I just wanted to, like, put some Pokemon in there that wasn't busted. But the more and more I think about it, it's like, is getting 2 starter Pokemon in the first town a bit busted, do you think? Like getting your starter and then going straight into the grass and getting another starter, is that broken in a way? Or should I maybe make the 1% slots? Maybe make the 1% slot, which is that one and that one, starter Pokemon, and just put in random Pokemon for the other slots. I don't know. I don't know if having starters in the first town in grass is OP. Bro, it's just a 1 HP chill guy. He is. You think it's fun? I mean, starters mid to late game are good. But if you had like 2 guaranteed starters and you pick, say, like Trico and you got lucky and you got like the opposite, like a fire or water starter, you'd have 2 starters. No, I'm not saying this ain't locked in stone yet. I'm just asking, that's all. I can show you some other cool shit though. Like, what would it be? So you got hidden table. I just gotta remember where it is. I think it's in here. Got egg moves. Okay, there's encounter S there. I think it's Mondata. Alright, so we got Mondata here, right? So I got 2 things here. I'll make my webcam a little bit smaller. Oh no, because then it will alter my other things. Sorry, we just have to put up with it, guys. They put those here. Agree starters should be fun. Okay, so 2 starters and starters fun. Okay, so the other thing we got here is we can go in here and we can type in, say, for example, Sun Flora. So if I go, or say Suncone, for example, right? Is Suncone in here? Why is it not found? Huh? I think it's got some stupid bug where you actually have to look at the last entry, by the way. What is? Oh shit! What does that say there? Species Ursulina Blood Moon. Can you imagine this thing being in Gen 2 and I've Gen 4 fucking ROM hack? There's information in here. It has the egg cycles of gender ratio, EV yields for battling them. So apparently it's like 3 EVs when you battle the Blood Moon Ursulina. Obviously, EVs will probably be disabled in this game. Base XP in this game is obviously a grand normal type. I haven't gotten to this part of the list, okay? This is way down the track. I just want to find... I don't know what Suncone is, Gen 2, right? I might just have to manually find it because, unfortunately, my control find doesn't, for some reason, want to look up this whole document, so I have to manually find it. I don't know. It's just a bit stupid if you ask me. What is he? Suncone's like, what, early Gen 2, right? Are you doing max EVs and IVs? Look, if it's my... I think for me to like... If, like I said, if we're going to commit to actually getting this game completed one day, What I'd like to do is have the option, a bit like Imperium, but the way I want to do it is that you have the option for no EVs, then you have a separate option for perfect IVs. So the idea is that you can still play this game as like a run and bun-esque style of game, not to the same hardness though. I don't think I'll ever make this game as hard as run and bun. But it will be like you have the opportunity to turn EVs off, but you also have the option to run perfect IVs or no, like, or just random IVs, you know what I mean? Minimal grinding with IVs. Yeah, minimal grinding is pretty much just like red candies and stuff though, let's be honest. Like, the IVs thing, like, or you could run the same sort of idea as run and bun and run like heart scales and shit, which is, I do like that. I think you should have the opportunity to be able to get 31 IVs at some point in the game on certain ones. But I think you just need to, like, you need to earn it. So it's like, how many scales or heart scales is there in run and bun? Is it like 30 or 18 or something? The Zedakae is cooking. I mean, these are all like things just from my personal experience, man, you know? This is Gen 1. The fuck, where am I? So here you go. Here's an update I made to this game. I definitely know that I've adjusted this. Right here. Ampharos species type is electric and dragon. This is not in the original file, so this file's been modified to suit my game. The original file, it just says Ampharos is electric, so I've changed it so it's electric and dragon. Its abilities are lightning rod and static. I don't think I modified that stuff too much. I can't remember. It's hard because like I really should write down what I modified and what I haven't modified, because I haven't been logging it too much. But yeah, I've also changed. Zatu's always been psychic flying, I think. I can't remember. I really should like log some information somewhere so I know what I've done. I've been a bit slack in that regard and just been changing shit as I see it. I'd have to like go back to the original. I think it's exactly 30 heart scales and perfecting one of his stat costs 3 heart scales. Yeah, that's what Burek, I think it's a really cool concept. Is that Mega Ampha or Base Ampha? I think it's Base Ampha, man. I personally think it's a dragon with no Mega Evolution. I've even got Blossom here, so I've changed Blossom to a Grass Fairy as well. So it's Grass Fairy, Blossom. I have adjusted stats, I just can't remember what I've adjusted. Obviously, Water Fairy, Azumarill and Marill. I made Sudowoodo a Grass Rock type. I personally think he's a Grass Rock type. Personally gets access to Stab Woodhammer. Grass Flying Skiploom, Grass Flying Jumpluff. I think I may have buffed its stats a little bit from memory. Now, Suncone in this game, this is one of the big ones I wanted to do. I adjusted its stats, but it's a grass still, and I adjusted its base stats up a little bit. But now, Sunflora is now a grass fire type, so I have changed its typing, so it won't be like Imperium where like, in this game, it will actually come up in game that Sunflora is a grass fire type. I have buffed its stats, so the way that these stats work is, so it's base stats from left to right. I believe, might just go to this top. So, where are the stats? I should tell you. I swear I wrote this down somewhere, bro. It's kind of annoying, but I'm trying to remember what it was now. But I think it's HP. It's HP. Attack. Defense. I think it's speed, special attack, special defense. I think in that order. What's a good Pokemon to like work this out? Spit Up needs to be cracked or right? Let's find him. What game is Spit Ups in? Gen 8? You don't respect us? Come on, you guys. We're gonna just did the bulk of it, gonna shade in the top lines. Yeah, I'll see it, Mo. Send it to me, bro. Fucking bug class, cannon, like bow scooter, 130 attack, 130 speed. What is he, Gen 9? Hold up. Where's Gen 9 here? Can I type it in? Split ups. What the fuck is going on? Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Okay, so speed ops, I can control F it now. So speed ops in this game is what? Just bug, catch rate 120. It's got its information, it's got its height, its weight, all that sort of stuff. Run chance. But abilities. Wait, does speed ops? I'm so confused. Okay, so Tarantula, I'm guessing, evolves into speed ops, right? Wait, you tell me its only ability is insomnia? That's trash, dude. What the fuck? Sensei, reckon you'll like it? Alright, bro, give me a sec. Aww. That's cute, man. What the fuck, dude? That's so cute. There's stakeout. I mean, that's another thing we can do too, is I can bring up this simulation here. And carpins with knobs. Insomnia and stakeout. Okay, so keep in mind that this document, they were still updating, so I don't think they've like fully gone into the whole Gen 9 stuff, but that's to say for this we could put it as what? Stakeout, so it come up, so and you hit enter. So now it's got its original abilities. I can just hit Control S to save the document. Alright, so that's good. Do I really want to buff this thing though? Like, what's it got? So it's got 60. Okay, we can look at this document to determine what's what. So HP is the first one. Attack is the second one. Defense is the third one. Now, what's 35? Yeah, that's what I thought. So its speed is 35. And then it should be special attack is that one. And then speed F is the last one. Okay. I don't even know what you do to this thing. Like, it is literally a bug. I don't even know what you would change it to. Like, you'd run it as bug what, though? If I was gonna, like, I'm just looking at it. It looks very creepy. Would you say it could be like a bug dark Pokemon? Or would you just leave it with a single typing? Like, what's the story around this thing? Like, Tarantula's a spider, right? So it's a fucking spider. So it's literally... Ability also, at least in aim. Uwu as fuck. It's very Uwu as fuck. Do you do it all by yourself, Mariam? Give him huge power. Dude, that's broken as shit. But, I mean, like... What? I need to understand is, like... I need to understand the Pokemon. This is a really good website, because I can actually, like, look as I'm doing stuff. So, what do you get access to? You get access to things like insurance, throat chop. So, it is backing up my concept of making it a dark type. It does get things like egg moves like Sucker Punch, plus a Pendant Lunge, throat chop, knockoff, taunt, fling, thief. You know what, man? I could actually make this thing a bug dark type. At least me and Massa. Okay, so let's just say for a second, what happens if I give you a dark typing? You are... Now, if you're bug dark, you what? Quad resist fighting? You are now... What? How do I, like... I'm not going to be able to see it in here. I'm just very bad with my evolution. My, what do you call it, chart? So let's say that you're bug and dark, right? What would you be? So you would be essentially weak to what I've just seen. But dark's now weak to what? No, right way around. Where's dark over here? So you're weak to what? Fighting? Oh, so because you already resist fighting, you'd now be neutral to fighting if I go dark? Yep, so you'd be neutral to fighting. You would actually resist... No. Wait, what? Yeah, okay, so you'd be weak to bug because of your dark type, because bug doesn't resist bug. So you'd be weak to bug. You'd be neutral into fighting. But you would take nothing from psychic. You'd have an immunity, which is nice. You'd also resist ghost, which is nice, and you'd also resist dark. So I feel like bug dark for this guy would be kind of cracked. You're turning out better than I expected. Want to get back into drawing. The mode's so nice and easy. Just gonna throw him on Etsy for $1 each or something. What? You won't even give me that. You won't even give me that emote for free. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. I need to update my emojis and stuff too. Actually, I would genuinely pay you, bro, if you want to like make me some new ones, bro. I mean, I don't mind the ones I've got now, but like, I don't know if I can add extras to the ones I've got now. Can't remember. Fire, flying, only weaknesses. Yo, he's got fire, flying plus rock. But then he'd also be weak to... Wait, what's he got? Fairy. Yeah, so he's weak to fairy, right? But how does the bug thing work with that? No, see, bug doesn't actually resist fairy. It's the other way around. Bug gets resisted by fairy. So yeah, you'd be weak. You'd be weak to fairy. Neutral to fighting now. Immunity to psychic. Weak to bug. Resist ghost. Resist dark. So I think it balances out in a way. Like getting immunities makes him a bit stronger too. Yeah, no worries, Mo. I mean, I don't mind it. You tell me, bro. Yeah, fairy tapping. Yeah, it is kind of cracked. Like, fairy resists fighting. It's only weak to what? Poison and steel. It resists bug. It resists dark. Takes nothing from dragon. Steel's like one of the best toppings though. Like, it's literally only weak to fucking fighting and ground, bro. It's fucking bullshit. Oh, fire, sorry. But it has so many resistances. Maybe make the split ops like bug steel, bro. It'd be super cracked. 4 times weak to fucking fire. But everything else gets fucking wrecked. I'd have to change it. It'd have to be a fake one if I was going to do that. If I'm just looking at it and based off its moveset and stuff, it definitely has value with being a dark type, just with things like throat chop. It gets assurance early. So like, for now, what I'll do... I mean, I'm not really all that fast personally, but... I mean, I know you guys are. I don't even know what you'd do with this thing though. So if you had stakeout, what's stakeout do again? Stakeout does... Stakeout enables a Pokemon to deal twice the normal damage to any Pokemon that switches in or enters the field mid-battle. Which is kind of cool. I can't give him steel. It doesn't, like, where does he look like a steel Pokemon? You know what I mean? Like, it means he's 4 times weak to fire, but like, I'm just trying to be realistic about this. I think, like, personally, having stab dark bug is pretty fucking cracked. And we could do things like, I don't know, upping his attack and stuff like that. So you could go into, what did I say it was? So it'd be 79. The problem is, like, it's all about balance here, right? I just need to make sure that I need to go through and work out what I've done and what I haven't done. Change his stakeout. Yeah, but I would personally drop its stakeout altogether. Like, what's it got? Insomnia. What's Insomnia do again? I think it's like, can't be put to sleep. Right, okay, so... Give the Ultra Beast boost. I'm not gonna give this dude beast boost. I need like a list of abilities too. Is there a way to... Okay, abilities, here we go. What would be a more fitting ability for him? I don't like your emotes, I'm gonna be real. Can't read the text in chat, it's too small. Yeah, well, bro, look, I will compensate you, bro. Like, literally, if you genuinely want to do stuff, man, I will compensate you, bro. I'm not gonna be stingy. I mean, I am a fucking tight ass, but at the same time, you're my mod, you're my good friend, and, you know, if you genuinely want to do stuff, I'm not forcing you to do anything. I'm just saying, if you want to do something, you kind of already half know what I like. I really like that Cyndaquil emoji. That looks cool as shit. So, yeah, go fucking ham, dude. And just show me some ideas and stuff. And yeah, I'll update all my emojis. We'll do something different, man. You know what I mean? Maybe some more incentive for my members. You know, Long Reach is actually kind of a fucking crazy ability on this thing because it actually is literally a spider and it looks like a fucking daddy long legs, bro. Do you think that's something that would be viable on it though? Long reach. What is it like? What's the value of long reach? So you can use the Pokemon uses its moves without making contact with the target. So I guess that's like things like moves that would come into contact. So this is also a Silk Trap mod, which is fucking cracked for nuzlocking. Might be fitting, but useless. Well, give me some ideas. You guys are the ones that like split odds. Like, I don't mind, like, within reason, changing its abilities, but like, I still have to run probably one of its abilities. Maybe run like Stakeout and something else. But like, I'm trying to like, what does it have? It's got Skitter Smack, Throat Chop. You're gonna be running probably Sticky Web strats or something. Upper Hand, Lunge, Bug Bite, Knockoff. So things that you don't want to be, say, getting this guy burnt. So Knockoff onto someone with long reach would allow you to not get burned on someone that's got like Flame Body and stuff like that. Huge Power, Pure Power. Okay, so what's its stats at the moment then? Attack is 79. I just want to compare it to something else like, if I go duplicate this tab real quick. Only reason why I'm bringing this guy out is because you think he's a goat. So, what are you running? You're running Huge Power, Thick Fat Sub-Sipper, and you're got an attack of 50. So if you've got an attack of 79, what would have to happen here is I'd have to nerf its attack from probably 79 to maybe like, I don't know, what, 69 or 65? But that's fucking cracked, dude. Can you imagine this thing, Huge Power with like 65, which is like 130 base attack? You would fucking destroy shit, man. That seems broken as crap. But he's slow as fuck. Yeah, but like, what's a zoom ROM? He's 50. 80 special defense, 80, 80. You have slightly better defense and slightly better special defense. So you could probably live a hit if you wanted to, right? So like, let's just say, for example, I think I can actually put a comma here. Can I put a comma? No, I gotta do this. Sorry, I gotta go like this. Updated. We'll just say attack. I don't even know what else you'd update on this game. Would you update anything else on him? I feel like he's a spider. Is spider's slow, man? I thought that would have been fast as fuck. Maybe we'll just say we updated his attack and maybe boost his HP to like 70 so he can take a hit, right? Because like, what do you want, 100? You're not going to be able to take a hit. Like if you're trying to make this thing viable, like we'll say, we can always revise these later on. We'll just say boosted HP. Whoop. HP, right? Like that. So we could go from say 70 HP. Go like what? 65 seems more reasonable, I think, because 65 and 65 is like what, 120? It's like 130. So that's like more than a zoom roll. So you hit harder, but you're slower than a zoom roll. You have less HP than a zoom roll. You have better defense than a zoom roll. And your special defense, I hate these numbers. I'm changing them. I can't stand 92. That's my OCD's killing me right now. And I'd probably buff you to like, I'll just change you to 85. Save. So we'll say updated HP. I'll just say what, 60 to 70. I don't want to write that into the document because I don't know if that actually affects the numbers in game. I'll just have to cross check. They nerfed our boys' stats because they knew our potential. They're the potential. Yeah, well, they might have, bro, but we'll say, is it defense? Oh, we'll say we got everything. He's got the defense got button changed. Speed hasn't been touched. So his attack got changed from 65 to 79. Defense from 92 to 90. Special defense from 85 to 86 to 85. Yeah, but like, how would you buff these stats, though, bro? Like, you could delay this guy Evo, for example. Why would you want to delay? Oh, you mean like purposely change his evolution? Yeah, because what's his evolution at the moment? I'll have to find out in a second. Give me a minute. I'm just losing track of what I'm doing. So we got attack. Yep. Defense, we've changed. Yep. Speed up, we've changed. Yep. HP, we've changed. Yep. And I think that's it, right? And I'll put like a... I'll put this in here. Dark. New... Typing. Now, the reason why I put these little, like... These things here... is because I think the documentation, or this document, when it's compiling the ROM and it makes it work in game, it literally takes this information here and applies it to the Pokemon. So anything that's after these little backslashes is just my personal note. So it's just me typing in dark and me typing... Oop, hold up. Stay there, darling. 1 second, guys. Tarantula ever enters with offset 15? Yeah, gotcha. What the hell was that noise, guys? Anyone hear that? I didn't realize what the freaking time was either, so apologies, I have to wrap my stream up very shortly. I haven't really done much, have I? But anyway, it's something, I guess. Right, that's the same. Updated attack, defense, special defense, and HP. So we like nerf these attack just a little bit because we're gonna run. What huge power? Huge power instead. Alright. No worries, Zedakae. Alright, so we got ability, huge power, ability stake out. Huge power is a new ability. Bug dark, new tapping. His attack is now what? 65. Due to the fact that he can have huge power. Defense hasn't really changed, his speed hasn't really changed, but we have boosted his HP just by 10. Just because I think like it's going to be hard for him to take a hit otherwise. And his speed is 35. So we can always come back to this sort of stuff later, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Obviously Tarantula. I don't know if you want to update anything on this guy, because he's kind of average, but I might even just... I can come back to this little stuff later. But let's say we want to change his evolution level. Now, I know there is a way to do this. It might be level up data, maybe. I think it's this one. Okay, weird. Okay, so I don't even know where. Maybe around here somewhere. Right, there's split ups there. Oh, that's just his moveset. So like right now, this tells you like what levels. So it's like Skitter Smack at 49, Throw Chop at 45, 41 for Circle Throw. It tells you all these different moves. So we can obviously adjust that sort of stuff later on. Obviously an egg move is like Silk Trap, which is really good. What else can we do for him though? I want to change. Oh, Evo data, here it is. Alright, so this is like evolution level. It tells you what evolution level is and like what it evolves to and stuff like that. So I want to find him again. Alright, so we're pretty close because it's Gen 9, right? He's at this. Okay, so right now. Yeah, we've got like Tarantula evolving into Spidops at what, 15? The thing is that I don't want to make him too late of an Evo just because of the fact that I think his value is in that early game. Looks like a Technician one too. I mean, well, like if you look at his moves, like Technician will get boosted by what? Bug Bite, Assurance. Rock Tomb's nice, Aerolays. You could give him a third ability, run like... But isn't that a bit busted though, running this thing with Technician, Huge Power, and Stakeout? That's fucking crazy, man. You know what I mean? That is crazy. I can actually make... You know what I could do? I could make it his HA. Now, I forgot to tell you something, guys. I can actually make his hidden ability something totally different. So if I go into... Blast Fire. Yeah, that's just like... Make this dude fucking broken as fuck. You guys are crazy. You guys are trolling me right now. If I go into... Where is it? Flash file. I'm making sure to give this guy a mega. Dude, to make a mega, I have to create a sprite and stuff, bro. That's gonna take fucking ages. I don't know how to do that shit. I'm like learning all this coding crap first. It's hard as it is. I think it's under. Might be data. Yeah, so we got the hidden ability table, right? So, this is actually their hidden abilities, right? So, if I go to, where would it be? Right, so at the moment, Split Ops has already got Stakeout as its as hidden ability, so we have to change that. If you get deep into the hack, I'll make you a mega sprite. Yeah, if I get deep, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to like overcommit for this. Like, I'm enjoying doing this, but there's like, I'd have to stop like fucking streaming ROM hacks to do this full time. Sorry, yeah, streaming playthroughs. So the thing is that his hidden ability is already Stakeout, right? So maybe we run Huge Power and Somnium as his normal abilities, and then run Stakeout as his HA. Right? Would that be the way to go? You're afraid of overcommitting? Exactly. No, but like, honest question. Like, Technician, like, what do you think, Mario? You think Technician, Huge Power, and Stakeout as abilities for a mon like Split Ops is even viable, bro? Like, I feel like that's fucking cracked. Like, I don't want to make the Pokemon stupidly dumb. Like, maybe Stakeout as a HA is funny because if you get a Split Ops and you're like, oh man, we can get lucky on a, you know, Insomnium or a Huge Power. Yeah, he only gets one HA. At the moment, it's Stakeout. If he doesn't get Stakeout, it's Insomnia as his normal ability. But, I mean, otherwise, what we do is we'll leave his abilities the same, Insomnia and Stakeout as normal abilities, and make his HA as Huge Power. What, Huge Power as a HA, though, or as a normal ability? Because at the moment, I've got Tarantula... Split Ops now being a dark type as well. And he has abilities Huge Power and abilities Stakeout. But I've got his HA as Stakeout. Huge Power as... So you reckon HA is Huge Power. Okay, so what we'll do is... We'll leave his original abilities as the same as before then. So we'll be just back to Insomnia. How the fuck do you spell Insomnia? So Insomnia, leave that out, right? And when you make his HA Huge Power, so like, there's no, like, you mightn't get, HA is a pretty rare thing, but the problem though is that if you get this guy in the early game, and we don't give them access to like the pills, like to, like the ability pills and stuff like that, you're essentially going to have a bug dark type Split Ops, right? With still Stakeout Insomnia. I've buffed his HP, nerfed his attack, so you're not doing as much damage if you don't get Huge Power. Your defense has been slightly nerfed. Your speed is still trash. Your pedestal attack is whatever. And your special defense is like slightly nerfed. So like as a Pokemon, he's still pretty shite if you don't get the HA, you know what I mean? Like he's still got two... I mean, he does have stab dark type moves though, which is kind of cool. Maybe let's just do that. Let's just make his HA... Let's make his HA, like Huge Power. So that if you do get it, or later on, there's some value to it, you know what I mean? Right. So yeah, so right now, Tarantula and Split Ops both have their HA as Huge Power. And their their abilities will stay the same. I'll probably just give him Stake Out so that he matches the other guy. Yeah. Right, cool. Yeah, that's the idea, Mas, is that, like, my personal opinion, when you're making a difficulty hack, you need to, like, understand, like, encounters and, like, what they've used in the game is, and, like, I don't want to, like, just be like, someone gets a Pidgey on Route 1, and then it's just completely shit, and it's just a dead one in the box. Like, I don't want to, like, no offense to Imperium, I don't want to be, like, making a game where it's, like, I'm going to buff the crap out of Pokemon I like, and everything else just either stays the same or gets nerfed. That's not how I want to do this, man. I want to make this game so that everyone can get Pokemon that they enjoy or like, because not everyone's going to want to play this as a Nuzlocke format either. But if you are playing it in a Nuzlocke format, there's still that opportunity to get, like, a Spadobs, and you're like, oh, this mon's so shit. But it's like, oh, wait, if I get this thing, and I get and I can get access to huge power later on via Dream Patches, or I get lucky and I pull a HA Spadobs out of the grass, oh, sorry, a Tarantula, sorry, then you have an early game fucking menace with like 130, like, what's that, 65, so it's 130 base attack with huge power, and it's just fucking cracked. I'm gonna have to go to work in a second, but, like, you'd have to have access to some sort of dark type moves in the early game, so you do have access to Assurance, which is good. So that's stab dark type move, 60 base power. You have Bug Bite, which is nice. You do get access to Throat Chop later on at 45. Whoever has huge power is viable at that point. I'm not sure, but I think its set's already mostly set up for what you should be able to use on it anyway. I think Knockoff's something that it should learn. I think it's Knockoff. Oh, it's TM. Sorry. I shouldn't have to. I mean, you get access to Sucker Punch. That's another thing we can do too. Is we'll go here. We go learn set. Capitals. Go move underscore Sucker Punch, and we go comma 0. Now the reason for that, and I'm not going to give it to Tarantula for that reason, is simply because Sucker Punch is an egg move, but for some reason this game hasn't given it to him. The other thing too is it should actually get access to what, first impression. So first impression has an egg move. So 0 is just egg move is just 0, right? So move underscore first impression, comma 0. Right. So now, if for some reason you have access to someone for egg moves, whatever, you can give it first impression as an egg move. Sucker Punch is an egg move, and Silk Trap if it doesn't already have it. But you should be able to learn Silk Trap on Tarantula maybe. No, so Silk Trap's only a Spadobs thing. Okay, so that's something you've got to keep in mind too. Is that Silk Trap, Sucker Punch at first impression will only be available on Spadobs. But yeah, we've got Insurance for Stab at Dark, Bug Bite. I can update this set as we go, but I don't want to be like spending too much time on just one Pokemon. Also, how early are you going to implement the ability patches? Well, I think ability pills, sorry, so like your normal abilities, I would say like relatively early in the game, what, maybe first, second gym or something. But I feel like HA, so like Dream Patches, are probably a bit later, maybe like third or fourth gym. I'm not sure. Like, I'll get some inspiration from other games, but you can also add option fights for some ability pills in the game, make this fight extremely hard. Well, that's something too, is like, instead of just giving access to like ability pills to everything, right? You could do an optional fight, beat it, and then get, say, 5 ability pills. And the thing, like how it scales in Run and Bun, you have to use them wisely, because you mightn't get access to ability pills now for another 2 gyms or another gym or something. So like, if you were to say use your ability pill on a Pokemon and then go, oh shit, this ability is actually better, you aren't just going to waste them. You're going to be more calculated with your decision making. So I feel like the incentive to have less ability pills but still give the player access is still a cool feature, instead of giving them no access or going, here's 999, you know what I mean? Because I think that just makes, like, you can just, like Imperium, you can just change your ability whenever the fuck you want. And like in hindsight, that's good, but you want to be more calculated and think about stuff a bit more, don't you? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure how to do the ability pills. I'd have to, well, I can't do it right now. Like I said, I'm gonna go to work in a minute, but I'd have to go into something and actually change its, what do you call it? Change, like, I have to get like an NPC to give it items per se, or you could like buy them. I'd have to, like you said, make an optional trainer, give them the opportunity that if you beat me, I'll give you 5 ability pills and like fucking whatever, you know? That's something that I haven't even really dived deep into yet. I was more just looking at like updating Pokemon, giving them better moves, like updating the move sets, updating their data, so like their base stats, for example, evolution data. I think I might leave Tarantula at 15 because Spidops is not a crazy ass mon. Yeah, if you get huge power and he's level 15, he's kind of cracked, but I think a zoom rule. If you go zoom rule. What about... I don't understand why. Why does the other document web and not this one? It makes no fucking sense. I got no idea. What ends Meryl? Meryl's Gen 2, right? That's everything too. To get like Sun 4, it's still set to Sunstone. So I'm not. I feel like I should leave it as Sunstone, but just give it access earlier. So Meryl at the moment is like, to evolve Meryl into a Zoom rule is like 18, right? So I feel like 15 is still somewhat viable, just for the fact that like Spidops is not a crazy Pokemon. Yes, you can get huge power slightly earlier, but it does lack things like you get huge power and you're not as bulky as what a Zoom rule is per se. Like this dude having like a base 100 HP and like defense and special defense over 80 is fucking cracked. Whereas this guy's like what, 90 defense, 85 special defense, so slightly better defensive stats, but his HP is only 70, not 100. So losing like 30 base HP stat makes a big difference. Yeah, well, that's something else we could talk about too, Barak. Yeah, we could make it like lower encounters because like right now, what's my encounter for him? I don't even know if I've even got him in there, do I? Because keep in mind, Generation 9 is not 100% fully confirmed. So most of the mons that I was playing around with were Gen 1 to 8. Because I think Gen 1 to 8, with all the sprites in this engine, are confirmed and they were working. I just don't know if Spidops is 100% working. So if Spidops is going to be on any route, it'll probably be this one because this is like a heavy bug route. So you got like things like Wimpod, Lavesta, Dweeble. I'd probably swap the Lavesta and Dweeble around, make the Lavesta a 1% encounter. Dupiter, Cutify, Spinnerack, Murkrow, Wurmple, Weedle, Venonat, Hoodoo. So it's like flying and bug types for Route 30. I haven't got Spidops in there actually. He is not a mon I even looked at until you guys brought him up tonight. I'll be honest with you guys. You guys brought him up and then, yeah. Like, I've been looking at things like... a Alolan Rattata. I've even got Vulpix 0, which is normal Vulpix. Because Vulpix for 1 is a Alolan Vulpix. And there's no way you're going to find a Snow Vulpix on Route 31. Same red as Galiciapod. Yeah, well, that's this one here, Wimpod. I could change like one of the Sizzlipede or Joltik out. I got Sizzlipede and Joltik for 4 and 4. Or maybe just like completely drop Lavesta. Maybe just drop Lavesta and run it as a 4% chance. Spidops, run Huge Power as a standard ability with Insomnia and run Stakeout as its hidden ability. So you could still get a 4% chance, Huge Power Spidops. It's a little bit frail still, but it would hit like a fucking truck and it's stab, bug, and dark. And that's something you got to take into account. Like, it's slow, but like, if you can get it out in the field and lead and take a hit, like, I'd have to tinker around with his defensive stats a little bit, but... Alright, well, I'm gonna leave it there. I love this screwing with this shit all night because it's actually kind of fun. It's just like data and whatever else, but it's just interesting, like mucking around with like the stats and then seeing them in game going, oh wow, this dude's like OP as fuck now, you know? You'd play for casual and run through mono split up to run. But yeah, we could, like I said, we could adjust this and have it so it's like Insomnia, huge power, and then change his HA to stakeout instead. We might do that, yeah, we'll see. But now I've actually updated, I've actually written some stuff down, so I'm like, oh yeah, I've updated some stuff here. Alright, I gotta go there, guys. Thanks for watching, as usual. Yeah, it was something different. We'll probably do Drake fights and stuff tomorrow. Otherwise, if you guys really enjoy this sort of stuff, I'm happy to do this as well. I was thinking of doing Dexnav and Pokeviles. I'm not sure on the Dexnav stuff or how that works. Pokeviles, possibility, but I think it's like a whole separate menu. I'm not sure like how skillful I'm gonna be with doing that quality of life stuff. Because it's a whole new realm, man. Adding in like extra menus and all that sort of shit. I don't think it's as easy as people think. For my ROM hack specifically, it was more just gonna be like the base ROM altered to fit all the new Pokemon in, new trainer fights, update the gym leader battles. It's like a difficulty hack, and then obviously implement things like red candies and shit, and just like allow them to use in-game items at their disposal. So it won't be as probably good as quality of life changes like Imperium has, unless I choose to learn that stuff. But if I'm gonna learn that stuff, it's gonna take me ages to learn it and implement it and stuff like that. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Peace out.